Hey, Westeros coolest gang. Are you ready to dive into a world of intrigue, epic battles, and, of course, lots of beer? If the answer is yes, then you're in the right place because today we're going to talk about our beloved Tyrion Lannister. If you're a Game of Thrones fan, you surely know that the Half-Man is one of the most loved and popular characters in the entire series. With his sharp sarcasm, brilliant intelligence, and funny and charismatic personality, he's a true treasure of Westeros. And if you don't know much about Tyrion yet, don't worry because we're here to change that. We'll tell you everything you need to know about his history, bibliography, powers, and abilities so that you can join the legion of fans who love this special character. But before we start, let's raise our mead mugs or beers or sodas for our dear dwarf because after all, drinking is one thing Tyrion loves most in life. So guys, grab your drinks and get ready to have fun with Tyrion Lannister's story. History and bibliography. What do you know about Tyrion Lannister's history? The Half-Man is Cersei and Jaime Lannister's younger brother as well as Tywin Lannister's youngest son, Lord of Casterly Rock Protectorate from Westerlands. Since childhood, Tyrion had to deal with prejudice and discrimination due to his appearance since he was born with dwarfism. This made him develop a sharp sense of humor along with sarcastic personality. But despite everything, Tyrion has always shown himself intelligent and insightful, having natural talent for politics and power play. He studied at some best schools in Westeros, learning history, literature, and philosophy, and it was thanks to this knowledge that he became one of the most interesting and complex characters throughout the series. However, Tyrion's journey isn't just about his political and intellectual abilities. He also had to face many challenges throughout his life, including the betrayal of his own family and exile imposed by his father. And that's why his journey is so fascinating and exciting to follow. So, to better understand Tyrion's history, we need to look at his bibliography. The character was created by American author George R.R. Martin, who describes him as a twisted and disfigured dwarf with blonde hair and green eyes as bright as gold. Martin is known for creating complex and multifaceted characters, and Tyrion certainly isn't an exception. The character first appears in the Game of Thrones, the first book in the series A Song of Ice and Fire. In the book, Tyrion is introduced as an ambiguous character who is both funny and intelligent but also cynical and manipulative. Throughout the series, he becomes one of fans' most beloved characters thanks to his charismatic personality and ability to survive in such a dangerous world. But Tyrion isn't just a character in George R.R. Martin's books, he's also played by actor Peter Dinklage on HBO's television series Game of Thrones. Dinklage is a talented and charismatic actor who managed to bring the character uniquely memorable way. If you haven't watched this show yet, you'll surely love seeing how Dinklage portrays Tyrion with so much charisma and skill. And that's why Tyrion Lannister is such an important character for Game of Thrones story. He's unique mixed intelligence, humor, charisma, and complexity which captivated audiences worldwide. And if you don't know much about him yet, it's time to grab a book or turn on your TV set and let yourself be carried away by this fascinating character. Powers and abilities. Tyrion Lannister may be a dwarf, but that doesn't stop him from being one of the most powerful and skilled characters in Game of Thrones. He has a series of abilities and characteristics that make him an intriguing and powerful figure in the series, and that's exactly what we'll explore in this chapter. Firstly, it is important to highlight Tyrion's intelligence. He is one of the smartest characters in the series, with a sharp and astute mind. He is able to manipulate people around him and use his intelligence to protect himself in dangerous situations. Tyrion also has extensive knowledge about history and politics, which makes him one of the shrewdest players in the Game of Thrones. Another ability that Tyrion possesses is his ability to communicate well with people. He is a master of rhetoric and can persuade people to do what he wants. He knows how to use the right words to convince people and persuade them to support him. This skill is crucial in a world where alliances are easily made or broken. But Tyrion isn't just a sharp mind, he's also a skilled fighter despite his size. He learned how to fight with spears while exiled in Essos, showing himself as an adept fighter during several battles. Additionally, he's good at fencing, having trained with Jaime Lannister during childhood. Furthermore, Tyrion is an excellent strategist who can analyze complex situations and formulate plans for achieving his objectives. He knows how to use his enemies' weaknesses against them by anticipating their moves before they happen. Another important ability for Tyrion is his capacity for survival under dangerous circumstances. He has escaped various assassination attempts while surviving battles where others have died already. His quick thinking combined with intelligent action helped overcome many challenges throughout the series. Of course, all these skills wouldn't be so effective without his captivating personality, funny, charismatic, charming, unique traits making him one of the most beloved characters in the series. His personality helps him form alliances with other people, as he is able to gain their trust while maintaining a sarcastic sense of humor that makes him even more attractive. In summary, Tyrion Lannister is a character with many different abilities and powers. His intelligence, communication skills, strategy, fighting ability, survival capacity, and charismatic personality are just some of the things that make him such an interesting and intriguing character. He's a character loved by all Game of Thrones fans for good reason. The impact of Tyrion on the series. Tyrion Lannister may not be the protagonist of Game of Thrones, but he is certainly one of the most important and influential characters in the series. In this chapter, we will explore the impact that Tyrion had on the series and why he is so loved by fans. One of the main reasons why Tyrion is so popular is because of his captivating personality. He is a fun, sarcastic, and charming character who wins over fans' hearts. He can make jokes even in dangerous and tense situations, which makes him a welcome comedic relief in the series. His unique personality is one of the main reasons why he has become one of Game of Thrones' most beloved characters. Additionally, Tyrion is a very human and realistic character. He's a dwarf, which makes him a target for discrimination and prejudice in Westeros society. He's a complex character dealing with real problems like prejudice, loneliness, and betrayal. These themes resonate with many fans who can relate to the issues that Tyrion faces. Another important aspect of Tyrion's impact on the series is his role as a key player in the Game of Thrones. He's one of the smartest and most strategic characters in the series. Many plot twists are due to his intelligent moves. He can manipulate people around him to achieve his goals, which makes him an important player in the Game of Thrones. Furthermore, Tyrion evolves throughout the series. He goes through many changes throughout seasons, from being despised by society to becoming Daenerys Targaryen's hand. He learns how to deal with his problems and adapt himself according to changing situations, making him an ever-evolving character. Tyrion also inspires many people. He sets an example that no matter who you are or where you come from, you can overcome obstacles and succeed. He shows us power doesn't just come from size or strength, but intelligence and strategy. Finally, Tyrion is a character who has left a lasting mark on pop culture. He's one of the most iconic and beloved characters in the series, and his presence will always be remembered by fans. His impact on the series is undeniable, and his story is one of the most emotional and fascinating in Game of Thrones. In summary, Tyrion Lannister had a significant impact on Game of Thrones. His captivating personality, key player role in the Game of Thrones, evolution throughout the series, inspiration to many people, and iconic status in pop culture make him a character that will always be remembered and loved by fans. Tyrion sets an example how well-written and interpreted characters can have significant impacts on TV shows. Moreover, Peter Dinklage's portrayal as Tyrion is simply phenomenal. He brought to life such complex, multifaceted character, giving it nuances and depth. He won several awards for his performance, including Emmy Award for Best Supporting Actor in Drama Series 2011, 2015, and 2018, making him actor with most Emmys for any single character in Game of Thrones. Dinklage became face of Tyrion, without whom it's hard to imagine same impact from this character. Another aspect of Tyrion's impact on the series is how he represents criticism towards Westeros society. He's discriminated against and ridiculed because of his height, which makes him a symbol for marginalized and oppressed people within society. His struggle to be accepted and respected criticizes discrimination and prejudice that exists within our own society. Tyrion also represents hope in a dark world. He's gone through many adversities but never lost his positive perspective. He believes things can get better despite everything. His determination inspires many people going through difficulties. Lastly, Tyrion represents human complexity. He isn't perfect hero nor evil villain. He's a multifaceted character who makes mistakes along with right decisions throughout the series. He has virtues along with flaws, making him a human and realistic character. His complexity as a character is one of the reasons why he's so loved by fans. In summary, Tyrion's impact on Game of Thrones is undeniable. He's an iconic character who represents criticism towards Westeros society, hope in dark world, human complexity, and much more. His brilliant portrayal by Peter Dinklage and captivating personality made him one of the most popular and influential characters in the series. His legacy proves that well-written and interpreted characters can have significant impacts on TV shows. Now that we've explored Tyrion Lannister's history, bibliography, powers and abilities, and his impact on Game of Thrones, we hope you have even greater appreciation for this character. If you haven't watched the series yet, we hope this inspires you to watch it and fall in love with it like millions of fans worldwide. If you're already a fan, we hope this analysis enriched your experience and you continue enjoying the series for many years. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content about Game of Thrones and other nerdy/geeky topics. Conclusion. And we have come to the end of this incredible journey, talking about one of the most striking and beloved characters in Game of Thrones, Tyrion Lannister. I hope you had as much fun reading this content as I did writing it. Seriously now, Tyrion is a character who has won many fans around the world, whether for his captivating personality, his sharp humor, or his intelligent strategies. He is an example of how strength can come in different forms and that appearances can be deceiving. In addition, Tyrion's story also teaches us that even in a cruel and inhumane world like that of Game of Thrones, it is possible to find true allies and friends who help us overcome life's challenges. And now that you know a little more about Tyrion's history and skills, don't forget that the world of Game of Thrones still has many other incredible stories to be discovered. So if you haven't watched the series yet, go ahead and start binge watching. And if you have already watched it, it's always good to revisit and be enchanted again by this fantastic universe. Finally, if you like this content and want to see more videos about Game of Thrones and other related topics, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and activate notifications so you don't miss any news. Thank you for following along until here, and see you next time.
If you liked the content, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll stay here until next time.